So, again, Jake's finally realizing that there's something different in his life. He's experienced, the hurt of kind of being somebody who he's not, and realizing that his best friend's gone forever. That he realizes he needs to help somebody, and who he ends up helping is Johnny, the guy that was in the police car, who if you guys didn't pick up on it, he gets framed by the other kid who had the cell phone, and he gets framed for this whole thing, and it's kind of the kid's kind of trying to get back at him. So, Jake kind of finally realizes, he says that, it's different now. My life is different now. He's experienced that hurt. He's experienced what it truly means, means and feels to hurt. And, he makes the decision to help somebody else, and he chose Johnny. So, I think, not that from hurt to hope has to be something so specific like, saving somebody out of a police car or anything like that. But I think everything from sharing who you are as a person, and what you've gone through with your friends, and not holding things inside from, because I truly believe that all of us have experienced something that one another has experienced. And so kind of to wrap up, I want to look at a few verses in the Bible, and that kind of speaks about this transition from hurt to hope. So let's go ahead and flip to Romans 12:21. If you don't have a Bible, go ahead and grab one in the back real quick, please. Romans 12:21. So guys, while you guys are flipping, I'm gonna kind of read the second part of Romans 12. It's kind of talking about what it means to be a true Christian. It's from the transition. Romans 12 is talking about, do not conform, do not but transform it into a new creature for God. So, and it's kind of talking about what it means to be a true Christian. Let love be genuine. Arbor what is evil. And when it says arbor what is evil, get rid of what is evil. Get rid of the hurt, and hold fast to what is good. Hold fast to those things that you've experienced. Love one another with brotherly affection. Outdo one another in showing honor. Do not be slothful in zeal, but be fervent in spirit. Serve the Lord. Rejoice in hope. Be patient in tribulation. Be constant in prayer. Contribute to the needs of the saints, and seek to show hospitality. I think a lot of this speaks about helping and letting others hope, and the hope that you have in yourself. So, is everybody to 12:21? Yeah? Does somebody want to read 12:21 for me? Go ahead.
Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good.
I think that truly, says don't with relating to what we're talking about with hurt and hope. Don't let your hurt sit aside. Don't let it dwell. Don't let it kind of make evil inside of you. Don't let it break apart who you are. But overcome it. Get through it. Experience it with somebody else. And get over it with somebody else for good. Got a few more. Let's go ahead and flip to 1 Peter 4. It's a few chapters back, closer to the end. So again, I'm going to kind of read the first part, and then I'll have somebody read 19 for me. So we're starting at verse 12. It says, "Beloved, do not be surprised at the fiery trial when it comes upon you to test you." Again, this is talking about hurt. It's talking about suffering. As though something strange was happening to you, but rejoice, insofar as you share Christ's suffering, that you may also rejoice and be glad in his glory is revealed. If you are insulted for the name of Christ, you are blessed, because of the Spirit of glory, because the Spirit of glory and God rests upon you. But let none of you suffer as a murderer or a thief or an evildoer or as a meddler. Yet if anyone suffers as a Christian, let him not be ashamed, but let him glorify God in his name. For it is time for judgment to begin at the household of God, and it begins with us. What will be the outcome for those who do not obey the gospel? And we're going to skip over that part. So can somebody read verse 19 for me? Go ahead, Nick.
Okay. So then those who suffer according to God's will should commit themselves to faithful Creator and continue to do good.
So again, this is talking about the suffering. As I read before, do not be surprised by the fiery trials, and I think that speaks right to the hurt that we're going to go through, the hurt that you've already gone through, this suffering that everybody goes through. Don't be surprised about it. There's a reason for it. There's a reason God is putting us through this. But when it comes upon to test you, this is 12 again. As if something strange was happening to you, as if you can't believe it. Rejoice in it. Act on it. Let it become something good. And I really think that's what Peter's talking about here with suffering as Christians. And so my last one, Garrett touched on this last week, and let's go ahead and reread John 3:16, the most popular verse in the Bible ever. When somebody has it, go ahead and start reading it for me. Or if you memorized it, go ahead. Go for it, Stephanie.
For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, for whoever believes in him shall not perish but have everlasting life.
Excellent. So, I think the ultimate example of what we've been talking about, from everything, from 9/11 to save a life, and my own example, I think the ultimate example that we have is Christ. He laid down his life. He took on all the hurt and suffering, all the pain that all of us will ever go through, and he got up on the cross and did it to help us. The sole reason he did it was to forgive us of our sins and give us our everlasting life. I think that is the ultimate example, and through his hurt and what we can learn from his suffering and what he went through, we can look towards the ultimate gift, the ultimate help, the ultimate hope of everlasting life. I think so. That's kind of the final example I want to leave you guys with. I kind of want to do what we did last week with getting together with one another, maybe groups of 3 or 4, maybe some new people you don't know, sharing a few prayer requests. Leaders jump in this too, and just praying with each other real quick. Maybe if you have some hurts or even some hopes and some helping times in your life, go ahead and share that. Pray for each other real quick, and then we'll kind of get together and get again and kind of have some more fellowship time, and then it'll be time to go. So go ahead and get in a group right now. Share some prayer requests and pray for one another.